Well, it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate y'all giving us your time. It's like heroic.
Oh, thanks.
I got a family. I'm a single father of 6.
Then it's kind of obvious that you wouldn't be doing any of these horrible things, right? Correct?
Yeah, he did it.
That isn't true. P. Diddy, come on. Say something. This is messed up.
It all started with a shocking revelation. P. Diddy's dark secrets are finally surfacing. During a heated discussion, Musk and Rogan dive deep into the accusations surrounding Diddy's empire. They touch on everything from alleged manipulation within the music industry to claims of coercion. Joe Rogan calls out the Hollywood elite.
I think I made a mistake.
You gotta get ready. You good?
Alright, P. Diddy, you gotta go. Whose idea was it to have P. Diddy on here? So are you a fan of his?
As the discussion heats up, Musk doesn't hold back. In a stunning move, he decides to confront Diddy's inner circle. The tension is palpable when Musk fires employees who have been allegedly complicit in helping Diddy cover up his wrongdoings. "You're out," Musk tells one after another, sending shockwaves through the industry. The once untouchable mogul now seems like a man on the edge.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have plenty of time to visit him in jail. Because you is fired.
You're fired.
Don't drop the soap, P. Diddy. Yes. Why does this bottle say it was shipped by P. Diddy? I'm kind of sleepy.
Meanwhile, Rogan offers a no-nonsense perspective on the entire situation. How much of this do we really not know? He asks, his voice filled with disbelief. The two seem in sync as they piece together the puzzle, questioning the role of Hollywood's elite in supporting such figures. It's all about control and secrets, Musk adds, pushing forward with his mission to expose the underbelly of the entertainment world.
He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll ever hear, and I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, that's an endorsement of Trump. Enjoy the podcast. Let's watch.
Thank you so much for buying Twitter. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm not exaggerating when I think you changed the course of history. I really do. I really think you made a fork in the road. We were headed down a path of censorship and of control of narratives.
In an eye-opening podcast conversation, Joe Rogan candidly declared his support for Donald Trump. Rogan revealed that, after listening to Elon Musk's arguments, he found them to be the most persuasive endorsement of Trump he'd ever heard. According to Rogan, Musk's viewpoint is exactly what the country needs right now, and he's fully on board with Trump's policies. The endorsement was clear. Rogan is backing Trump.
That is unprecedented. Forget about what they were able to do back when they had newspapers and the media under control. What they were doing with social media by suppressing information, and when you had a combined government effort, like what they were doing with the laptop story. Well, you have 51 former intelligence agents saying that this is Russian disinformation. Take it offline. And Twitter complied. If you didn't buy that, we wouldn't have known that. We had no idea.
Exactly.
And I think what this goes to show you is how clumsy and counterproductive.
Rogan didn't just stop at politics. He took a moment to thank Musk for his game-changing acquisition of Twitter. With genuine appreciation, Rogan emphasized how Musk's move steered social media away from censorship, calling it a pivotal moment in history. He pointed out that without Musk, we might not have known the full truth behind major stories, like the Hunter Biden laptop saga.
The efforts to censor information on social media made by the government were, and that they have inspired this massive backlash among alternative media figures who formerly were independent-minded people of the left. Joe Rogan is someone who had Bernie Sanders on his show several years ago, who I don't know that he I can't remember if he explicitly endorsed Bernie Sanders, but he was clearly most favorable toward Bernie Sanders. He said a lot of nice things about him. That was his ethos, was a Bernie Sanders left ethos.
Both Rogan and Musk agreed that the government's attempts to control social media and suppress information have sparked a significant backlash. Rogan, who once leaned left, discussed how he and many others were driven to the right due to the overwhelming censorship during the pandemic. This shift in perspective has led him to praise Musk for his efforts to uphold free speech.
And he's not the only one. There are a lot of people, commentators, podcasters who are in that space who have drifted to the right for a variety of reasons. A big one of them is the censorship on social media. Another was COVID and feeling gaslit by experts and sources of authority and information, democratic sources, and that has pushed them to the right to the point where he is now praising Elon Musk and endorsing Donald Trump.
I mean, I never bought that he was ever a progressive. I think he was getting involved in that primary because he had an agenda. I think a lot of folks on the right wanted to see Hillary Clinton go up against Donald Trump because, frankly, Bernie Sanders could have beaten Donald Trump.
It's clear that Rogan's views have evolved over time. Once seen as an independent voice, Rogan now finds himself aligning with the cultural conservatism embodied by Trump. He acknowledged that social media censorship, especially during the pandemic, shaped his current stance. Musk's bold stance against cancel culture and the suppression of free speech resonated deeply with him.
I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them, yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
I think he's certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the Epstein situation. Like the DOJ might actually move forward.
Elon Musk spoke about the power and fear behind the political scenes, especially if Trump were to win again. He hinted at the looming possibility of a major public disclosure, a list potentially exposing influential billionaires who are directly connected to the scandalous underworld of Epstein and Diddy. Musk indicated that some of these powerful figures are deeply afraid of this truth surfacing. Could this lead to major repercussions?
There are a lot of videos, apparently. Those rooms on the island, and I think out in New Mexico, were wired for video.
Right. And where's the video? I mean, between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by criticizing the morals of others.
Musk discussed the idea that some of the billionaires behind Kamala Harris's political campaign are actively terrified of the revelations that could come out if Trump secures a victory. He mentioned individuals like Reid Hoffman and Bill Gates, who are reportedly shaking in their boots at the thought of the public uncovering their connections to a potential dark truth. These connections, Musk believes, are not just political, but could involve shady dealings tied to Epstein's world.
Yes.
So it's sort of like a preemptive moral strike.
Yes.
I mean, as I said, I think those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Is this, do you know what I mean? I mean, it's easier to live in a society where you don't really know what the people in charge are doing or why they're doing it. But now, thanks, I would say, largely to X.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say that.
Yeah.
We do know a lot.
The conversation turned darker when Musk revealed that Epstein and Diddy might have recorded a vast collection of videos, potentially thousands of hours of footage. These tapes, supposedly filmed on Epstein's private island and in New Mexico, could hold the keys to exposing Hollywood's darkest secrets. Musk pointed out the irony that some of the people involved in these scandals are the same ones lecturing the public about morality. This couldn't be more bizarre, could it?
Just like a few minutes ago, yet another Diddy party participant. What? What do you guys think Elon knows? Does he know something? Is he trying to tell us that almost everybody that's supporting Kamala attended a Diddy party or something? Because that's insane if it is true. But now the fans didn't take this lightly because they started to remind him that he always hung out with Diddy too. Elon Musk, that is.
Elon Musk didn't hold back when he spoke about Eminem's involvement in the controversial Diddy parties. He brought up the rapper's upcoming role at a Kamala Harris rally in Detroit, implying that Eminem, like so many others, had been part of Diddy's infamous circle. Musk seemed to suggest that many of the celebrities backing Kamala were connected to this exclusive and questionable world. This raises the question, is there a hidden agenda behind these star-studded political rallies?
All right, you keep asking me about JLo, so let's talk JLo and P. Diddy. Actually, Puff Daddy, because that's what he was called back then. Let's take it back to 1999. The two of them go to a club, Club New York in Manhattan. Also, Puff's bodyguard and a rapper named Shine. They all go to the club. Something happens, some kind of who knows what, and 3 people get shot. One of the people is a woman by the name of Natanya Rubin. She says Combs is the one who shot her, that Puff is the one that shot her, and she's actually renewing these accusations right now. But JLo was there. She was in the car. She was dating him at the time. He was a producer on her incredible album at the time, On the Six. Don't tell me you don't like it. I'm sorry, but it was great. She was held by authorities for 14 hours, handcuffed to a bench in a Midtown police precinct. He gets charged, but later he's acquitted. You know who does go to jail? The rapper Shine. His name is Jamal Barrow, and he was found guilty of 5 charges, including possession of a weapon. He served 9 years, but nobody ever did any time or was convicted of the actual shooting. In 2011, like years later, Puff settles a lawsuit with all 3 people, including Rubin, who were shot during that incident for an undisclosed amount. That's according to Reuters. Yeah, so Natanya Rubin knows something. And JLo, she knows something too.
The question, what does JLo know, sparks curiosity given her past relationship with Diddy. As one of the most talked about celebrity couples in the late 90s, their connection remains a subject of public fascination. While Jennifer Lopez has not publicly spoken about Diddy's current legal issues or any secrets she may know, their past relationship was marked by ups and downs.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying.
Jaguar Wright sheds light on Jennifer Lopez's silence regarding Diddy's downfall, suggesting there's more to the story than meets the eye. As Diddy faces serious legal issues, JLo's choice to stay quiet sparks curiosity and speculation.